the most prominent for either of these two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Florida Gators and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, guys. Catching up with the Gators head coach pregame. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quick give. It's Hawkins. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down in this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. On the run, it's Berry. Oh, he's got some space. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snags it, and he's open. Pass headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on.
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, LSU! extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He wants to go deep. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He'll try to take it back. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Third and long right here. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Going to the run, it's Berry. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
On the direct snap, it's Berry. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Back has it. Keeps it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Pass to 6. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the touchdown Gators. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Sometimes you just have to take the touchback. They get him down at the 4-yard line. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Durham.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They give it to him again. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Berry. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Fresh center downs going to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Wilson has it over the middle. Into the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Looks it in. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
Well, third down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got fourth and very short, and what are the analytics?
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Hits inside. It's Hawkins. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
They'll run it. Knocked down immediately.
man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That's an interesting call going play action on third and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Changing the routes with his receivers. First play of this drive. Moves to his right. He'll try to do it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Finds a crease. It's Berry. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Moving out to the right. Lets it fly. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Right. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Mays. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rushes on. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful if you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback. It's not a good sign for this offensive line.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Bowling Green, taking on the Miami University Redhawks. And it's the Falcons with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Caught behind the line. It's buried. Gain of 8. It's now 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Hawkins. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent. and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle. And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Jones wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? And this is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They were all over it.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore, right? They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Making the adjustment. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got weight.
Touchdown, Gators! And here they come, almost all the way back.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere. Knocked down for a loss.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was, could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to field this one. Taken down right away. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Tosses it incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Mays. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They give it back to it. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Pulls it. Now the toss. Turning it on. He's on the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, LSU. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The run inside. It's Hawkins. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They'll ride him again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Jones wants to throw it quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Hawkins. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Doing it himself again. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. How much